All praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honours to the elders of GMS. Double honours to all the GMS camps out there doing the work. Double honours to all the other camps out there that may not be affiliated with GMS, but are out there preaching the word of the Most High according to the scriptures. All praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. Today, we're going to talk about destruction, prophecy, what's being foretold in the scriptures according to the Third World War. Because it was funny, I was speaking to one man the other day, and I can't remember if it was him that said this to me or did I see it somewhere, but we was talking on this subject anyway. And basically what he was saying is that Third World War, which scriptures prophesies about, which I will go into in a short while, the Third World War, the next World War is going to be the Third World War, and that's going to be a nuclear world war, 100%. He said what we definitely do know as well is that if there was a Fourth World War, after the Third World War, they were going to be using sticks and stones, because all of these weapons that they have will have been destroyed during the Third World War, and people would be, going back to basics basically. So, it was just a little comment he made that I just found, took it in. I thought, it does kind of make sense that, if that was the case, if there was a Fourth World War, Third World War, that's exactly what it would be, sticks and stones, because everything would be destroyed via the nuclear war in the Third World War. But as we know, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, shall be coming during the Third World War, whether it's at the beginning of it, during the middle, or at the end. I can't precisely give you any dates, but I do know that that is one of the last two major prophecies that has to come to pass. The chip, which is the mark of the beast, which speaks about Revelation chapter 13 and chapter 16, and the Third World War, where all the nations are gathered down to Armageddon, down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, where they will lay arms first against each other and then against the Most High and His Son. So it's all prophesied to come to pass. There's nothing that's going to stop it. No amount of tricks, funny man, no matter white man tricks, black man tricks, any kind of poly tricks, it's going to stop this from happening. The only thing that's going to protect you during the Third World War is Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. Meaning, if you're worthy of salvation, you're either going to be in two places. You're either going to be up in the chariots looking down upon those who are being destroyed, or you'll be down here and the Lord will put a hedge around you so that during the destruction you won't be destroyed. Your family and yourself, and what you have will be looked after during that destruction, because the Lord will put a hedge around to protect you. So if you think of the story of Job, where Satan said to the Most High, that you've got a hedge around Job, even Job, which is one of your loyal servants, that you will never remove that hedge from him, hence why Satan couldn't get close to him. But when the Lord and Satan had decided on a deal and said, okay, I'll remove the hedge, but just don't kill him, then Job was left to the devices of Satan, except the only thing he couldn't do to Job was actually kill him. He could do anything else he wanted with Job, take away his children, his life, his wife, his family, give him diseases, his wealth, his farm, everything which Satan did do, basically. So, if Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai finds you worthy of salvation, then, like I said, you are in two places. You're going to be in the chariots that are going to be looking down through the glass ceilings, looking down onto the fire and brimstone, the lake of fire that it speaks of in Revelation. And as I said to you before, if you ever was looking up from an airplane down to the ground, basically to the earth, and you're looking at certain countries, they just look like a lake, and the way how they're shaped and what they look like from afar. Certain parts of the sea would look like a lake to you, but even though it's a sea. So when the scripture speaks about a lake of fire, it is ultimately speaking about the destruction of where? Of America, who the Bible speaks of as Babylon the Great, which will be like a lake of fire. Funny enough, America is shaped like a lake. Yeah, North America. It's going to be like a lake of fire looking down from above. So anyway, let's get into this thing. So we're going to go through the scriptures that speak of the prophecy of this Third World War, because many people don't believe in the scriptures, don't believe in the word of the Most High and His Son. Many people who actually so claim to go to church and study the Bible and so forth, still have no understanding and don't foresee these things. All they foresee is the niceties. They want to greet people with roses and gifts and so forth, where when Yahushua comes, He's not coming to greet no one with roses and gifts. He's coming to what? To bring salvation to who? To the Israelites, to the 12 tribes of Israel, all those that are descendant from the 12 tribes that are here today, that are worthy of salvation, which are considered the elect, the saints. And all those that are not will either be destroyed or go into slavery. And that's according to the scriptures. It says it tells you in Revelations chapter 13, those who brought you into captivity shall go into captivity, and those who live by the sword shall die by the sword. So the scripture tells you that, but your churches are not going to tell you that. They're not going to go through with you according to what the scripture says. They're just going to keep on talking the niceties which are not even in the scriptures, but they're going to keep on making you believe that somehow this is not going to happen. When you look at what happened in Nepal the other day in the earthquake, it's kind of like that. People were eating and drinking, getting wed, getting married, giving away in marriage, partying, doing all these things and ignoring the word of the Most High and His Son. And when the destruction hit them, where were they? They were taken away, just like a fly. When you swat a fly, bang, that's how easy they were taken away. Just like swatting a fly. So now they're all there out there in Nepal. What are they doing out there? They're idolaters. They worship idols. They're either Muslims or they're Buddhists. They're into false worshipping, idolatry, worshipping false gods. So you ask them to pray to their gods to save them from their destruction. There is no prayer that's going to reach any one of these idols that they're looking at and that they're worshipping, these statues that they have in their houses that they pray to every morning or every night, however they go about worshipping Buddha and Allah. It's all idolatry. Hence why you see they've been receiving so much destruction from the same people who they crave to be like. Because that's the reality of it all, is that, between the Muslims and the Asians, they all crave to be like the white man, but it's the same white man that's bringing destruction to their people. But like I say, leave them to it. The days of trying to convince people that the word of the Most High and the scriptures are true, that's most of the prophecies have already come to pass, and that there are only two major ones to come, are gone. Your eyes will either be open by Yahushua, or they won't be open. It's as simple as that. The days of trying to sit down and convince someone that are done, gone, finished with, done and over with. I'm not here to try to convince anyone. We're not here to recruit anybody, not a single soul. All we're here to do is to tell you the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Most High and His Son. We're here to warn you and to let you know of the prophecies that the Bible speaks of, the things that have already come to pass, the things that are going to come to pass, and the things that are going to bring, because the scripture literally tells you that the second coming of the Lord, okay, it's going to be the most devastating time in the history of mankind. It tells you that. But anyway, let the scripture do the talking. I'm going to stop now, I'm going to deal with the scripture. So we're going to start with Isaiah chapter 46. We're going to go down to verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. So please understand that. And I will keep on reiterating this point over and over again. Your churches, your imams, your whoever your priest are, whoever your people who are telling you about the words of the Most High and His Son, are not telling you this. Because the scripture says, and it says there, remember the former things of old. I am the Most High, and there is none else. And there's no other God, no other Most High, no other power but the Most High and His Son. No other power except the power that the Most High and His Son gives to who they decide to give to have certain powers. There is no Allah, there's no Buddha, there's no Hindu gods, there's no Sikh gods, there's no Scientology gods. They're all idolatry. And they're all going to become onto their knees on the day that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai comes back with the angels in their chariots and the Most High. They're all going to come to bear. It's all, everything that you have in the dark is going to come to light. So, you know, we're not here to convince anyone. We're just here to tell you what the word says, what the word of the Most High and His Son says, what the prophets were told by the Most High and His Son. Yeah? So it says, this is Isaiah chapter 46. We'll go to verse 10 now. We'll go back to verse 9. It says, remember the former things of old. For I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am, and there is none like me. None, not a single one. Yeah? Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So this is the Most High telling the prophet Isaiah that there is no other power but Him. None. Man can keep making up as many idols as they want with their hands out of clay and stone and iron and gold and silver, and as many temples they want to build as they want, and as many altars as they want to build as they want, and as many churches they want to build and create all the... There is none other power but Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And it's simple as that. We're dealing with the scriptures. But all will come to light. Because the day will come when all of these other people that are preaching to all these and worshiping all these other religions are going to have to bow on their knee to the Most High and His sons and the elect and their saints. And many of them are going to fight this thing. Many. So once again I say, the days of convincing people about the scriptures are done. We're just going to keep preaching the word as and when we can. We're going to keep telling you what the scriptures say as we're getting closer and closer and closer, because if you can't see that the mark of the beast is literally on your doorstep, which is the RFID chip, then you're blind. You're not just blind to scripture, you're just blind to what's going on in the world, in this Babylonian society. If you can't see that we're heading towards a third world war with all the different wars going on throughout the world today, and all the differences amongst the peoples and the beliefs of whether it's religion or politics or so forth that's going on in the world today, if you can't see it, then you're blind. There's nothing I can do. I can only tell you. There's only so much the news will tell you. But the scriptures foretells this thing. So when it says in verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning. So when the Most High gave the word to Yahweh Shai and the blueprints for him and the angels to go and create the earth and everything that's in it, from when the Most High did that, He already knew the ending of the world, how it was going to end. He knew the end from the beginning. And I keep telling people, it is like a movie script. You know when someone writes a movie and they've written the script? So when they write the first few words of the movie script, they know how the movie's going to end. They know how they want it to end. So then they fill in everything in between the middle of it until they get to the end. But only the writer of the script, the movie writer, knows the end from the beginning, because he's the one that wrote the movie. The same thing applies to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. From he did his first creations, from he created his son Yahweh Shai,